Yo, what's up, everybody? All right, we're back. We are 6 days out to what's the name of this? It's War in the Cage.
War in the Cage.
War in the Cage in Paducah at the Expo Center. It's gonna be March 16th. Now our team actually has 3 people fighting, but the other 2 couldn't make it for the interview today. It's just Gavilan, the Flawless Bland. But yeah, so we already did a podcast and spoke about this, but we wanted to do another one so we could hype it up even more. And we were trying to figure out, like, you know, where could we go in public to, you know, try to hype this up and sell tickets and stuff. And I'm just like, well, why go anywhere when we can just chill on my couch, talk about it, and throw it on YouTube and Facebook, because that's where everybody's already at anyways.
Most definitely. Like, share. We need the help. You know,
yeah.
If you support us, share the video. Most definitely.
Even if you're not gonna come, you know what I'm saying? Share this video, comment what you think too. So let's talk about how you feeling, man. We're a couple of days out. So you're fighting at 170 this time.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I got a few pounds of shed, not a big problem, bro. I feel great, man.
Yeah.
I've never been so comfortable, so confident in my life with anything. You know, fight camp's been great, man. You know, got a great team, great group of people behind me, great coaches. You know, like, when you come from the system, man, it's kind of hard not to be confident, especially once you know it.
You can't not be, yeah.
It comes with the territory, man. It really does.
I was confident in my first fight under Jen, for real.
Yeah.
Because, for one, I was hearing all these new things that I never heard before, and it made sense. Mm-hmm. It's funny how you can not know something, but when someone tells you, you know that it's right.
True.
And I mean, even if it's not right for you, or if you think this isn't really maybe right for me, you know that it's gonna be. It really is.
In time, things changes. You know, things change. You start out, you know, doing it, and it's like, oh, you got to do this and you got to do this. But once you take that time and you critique yourself, you know, you grow within yourself, and your techniques grow at the same time. Man, it just takes time. All things change, you know, in time.
So who are you fighting?
What's his name?
I forgot.
I don't know, man.
I always forget. Yeah, because it could change.
Yeah.
You know, it could change the day of. It could change tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, it's good to prep for your opponent, but in reality, as an amateur, especially as an amateur, it's probably going to change.
Yeah, most definitely, man. You kind of want to go out and do you. You know, you want to do you. You know, if I base all of my fights off of my opponents, when would I ever really be unique? When would I ever be genuine? When would I ever just do me?
Exactly.
My skills will be him, not
the skills you need to beat him.
Yeah,
you know,
I'm not just trying to figure him out. I want to impose my will. You know,
right.
I got my own techniques. I'm a puppet master, man. I'm kind of figure this guy out, bro, and break him into pieces, man. Oh yeah, fun time.
Right. So we're calling you out, man, whoever you are. Well, not necessarily calling you out. Well, I mean, shit. I'm begging you, don't drop out. You know, it's to the point where it's like we feel like we gotta message our opponents and ask them, how many people have you had back out on you?
Don't back out, man.
Out of just in the last year or two, how many people have you had back out?
Well, if you think about that, bro, I fought 3 times in 2016. I had either 7 or 8 scheduled fights in 2017, but I only fought 5 times. In 2018, I'm sure I had scheduled 7, and I believe I fought 5 times then too. One of the years it was 6. One of them I fought 6 times, one of them I fought 5. So, but you gotta also think about, like, not only were those the ones that people didn't come fight there, I've also had fights where people would drop out and somebody else would pick it up. Carlos McGee, you know, he helped me out a lot. You know, he took a whooping. You know, but hey, man, it comes with the territory. I appreciate people like him who understand the competition. If you want to get better, man, you can't be afraid to go against the best.
No,
but
never.
If you feel like I'm not ready to go against the best, then it's on you to kind of talk with your coaches, you know, and make those decisions beforehand, before you take a fight.
Train more.
You want to be prepped.
And fight less.
Don't take a fight you're not ready for. You know, you really want to.
You want the challenge, but don't fight somebody you know. Come on. Everyone's got the puncher's chance, but come on, let's be real. You got the underdog, and then you got the what would you call the other one? Overdog.
You got the favorite.
The favorite.
You got the favorite and the underdog.
But we all know a lot of fights we know who's going to win and who's going to lose. There are a lot of fights like that, and there's just no way around it. And you don't want fights like that. We don't want fights like that. We don't want to fight bums. We don't want to fight people that aren't training. None of that stuff. And nothing against even you could be a chunky guy and still get in there and bang. But I'm to the point where if I look across that cage and that guy's not cut up like me and he doesn't look in shape, I'm just like,
yeah,
what am I even doing in here with him?
The filling out process started way before the fight even started. I'm sizing you up already. I've watched your films. It's like though we watch their films, we're just looking to see what they do. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm looking to, I gotta dodge that.
We're
we're
definitely not fighting people on a level to where we have to we should really be studying their takes. We might watch their fights, but we're not studying their fights.
Yeah, man.
There's a big difference.
Amateurs is where you find yourself. You figure yourself out. You come up with your own plan. You learn how to use your muscle memory on top of, the knowledge you have. You're thinking while doing it all. John Jones calls himself a look-see-do fighter.
You know why?
Why?
Because when he first started fighting, or started training and fighting, he was getting everything off of YouTube. So he would look, see what they do, and then do it. That's why he calls himself that.
Nice.
And he just mentioned that the other day in some interview, and I was like, oh, okay. I mean, I already knew. Well, I thought he called himself a look-see-do fighter because once you get in that cage, you look, you see, and then you do. But he was saying it because he was looking at videos on YouTube and then doing what he's seen. So, and not a lot of people can do that. But even when you do that, look, if you think you're gonna be a good fighter from watching
YouTube
videos, look, it's not that you can't learn techniques. Like I've gone on YouTube and looked up videos on how to fix stuff on my car, but it's not the same as if you have a mechanic right there. You know what I'm saying? Standing over your shoulder telling you, oh no, that's not the right tool for this job. We've all used, like, then you got a flathead screwdriver, but you can use a spoon. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You can use a spoon. It's not going to be the same though. It's not going to be the same. But anyways, getting back to the opponents though, I hope your opponent don't drop out.
I really do too, man. I just hope he's man enough to not only have signed that paper saying he to do it, but actually step in the cage. It takes a lot of heart in itself, man. We're martial artists, but at the same time, it's fighting, So I don't know if he's a fighter or a martial artist. I hope between whichever one he has enough integrity to stand for what he's claiming he stands for. He's 2-0, I guess he did pretty decent against his last opponent, man. Hey, keep striving. I really do hope he steps in the cage, man, and comes with his A game because I'm bringing mine.
Because I recall, and we're not going to mention names. I don't want because I mentioned his name. We've talked about this many times. I've talked about it personally on Facebook. I don't want to keep bringing up his name and putting him back in that. But I remember not the last time we were in Paducah, but the time before that. He was in the back, getting warmed up. Had I just fought? I mean, I just.
No, you wound up fighting right after.
Afterwards, but I was in the back. You were getting warmed up. Someone comes back and says, "Hey, your opponent's not fighting," and we had just seen his hands wrapped.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So we're in the back, getting you warmed up. Your opponent already had his hands wrapped and probably was getting warmed up. And then all of a sudden, he don't want to fight.
My belly hurts.
It happens. It happens.
I mean,
it happens. And how many people did you have there?
I sold.
You had a bus of 60-something tickets, man. You had a bus full of people, and thank God I fought that night, and Caleb fought that night too, because as far as I'm concerned, we were the only ones that put on a good performance that night. Caleb and myself. So your fans would have really been let down. So it's great when we have multiple people on our team that fight on one card. So no matter what, your fan, because your fans are my fans are your fans.
At the end of the day.
So at least there's more odds of them coming to see our team perform, because
that's
why we back out, man.
This show is gonna be nice, man. Caleb Woodside, Tommy Wood. This is Tommy's first fight.
Yeah.
You guys been he's been very consistent for close to the last year and a half. You know, he's been off and on for the last, longer than all of us. Since February of 2016.
He's a senior student of our team.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. But it's broken knowledge. But he's grown. You know, he's had time now to sit and marinate in the knowledge that has been given to us and constantly try to grow. I'm really ready to see him fight. Because the first one, it's always the roughest. You got a lot of things going on in your mind. You're like, I don't want this to happen, and I want this to happen, and it's a fight. But eventually in time you come to overcome all of it and just focus, and just do what you came to do. The nerves, you always have the nerves. I still have the nerves.
That's the main word though, focus.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter. You could have fought 70 times and you can still lose focus during training camp and during the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Focus is the main thing. It's the main thing.
Man, some people just have to be true to themselves and really understand what they're doing and what they came for. Keep your mission in mind from the time you go to weigh-ins until you step in the cage. I mean, it starts weeks before during the training camp. How hard are you pushing yourself? How bad do you really want it?
Like, I'm getting ready for this kickboxing tournament April 26th, and just yesterday I went to my little cousin's birthday party. You think I ate hot dogs and chips and cake and ice cream? No, because I know I'm 7 weeks out from a fight. That's another thing people don't realize. There's a huge delayed gratification with training and dieting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can eat something today that's crap and feel it 2 weeks down the line.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not it's not instant gratification, just like training. You can go pump iron today and you may get a pump, but your muscles don't really get that strength from that until a couple weeks later when they're fully recovered from that workout or whatever it may be. So yeah, focus during the whole training camp. And that's what I love about training with people like you, because you never lose focus. Yeah. No matter what's going on in your life, you never lose focus. Like, you're always there. And I feel like that's just in your blood, but I know a lot of that is from your wrestling background, because I know how the wrestlers have to.
You gotta want it. A lot of it is want to. There's a lot of people that fight, just like when I wrestle. So you gotta make weight. And you're close to weight, so you're like, diet doesn't matter.
Yeah.
What do you mean diet doesn't matter? I'm close to my weight. But that diet will affect how you perform. No, to me now, it's like second nature. That when I know I have a fight coming, naturally my body just starts to not want certain things. And it's just like my diet just changes. Like, even if I was fighting 85, and I'll walk around buck 80, buck 81, buck 82, so I can dance between the two. But if I'm fighting 85, I still up my protein. I up my fiber and and increase my water intake. Why? So I can get ready. So I can stay focused. I want my mind, body, and spirit. I don't want just my techniques to be on point. I don't want just my mind to be focused on the fight. I don't want just the diet. I need it all. Yeah. I need the camaraderie between me and my people. Israel Lasagna talked about, love. The love between him and his teammates.
Yeah, I remember that.
Passion that I'm gonna push you because this is what you want. I'm not thinking about me when I push you. I'm thinking about you. Why? Because I don't realize how much better I'm getting until I see my teammates get better, and I'm like, man, wow, I didn't notice. I can look at my flesh from here down. I can't see me from the outside, but I can see you. So everything you're thinking, I might just know. I might know because you worried about your striking technique, and I'm like, I see it. So if you do the same for me, and we hold each other accountable, then I'm gonna give you the best. I want the best for you because I want the same for myself in return.
Right.
You reap what you sow.
Unless you're looking in the mirror, you can't see yourself. You can only feel yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I seen that interview too. They asked, I can't remember who it was, but he asked Adesanya. It was either Adesanya or his coach, maybe, or it might have been both. But they asked, they said, what inner city kickboxing? They said, what's y'all's trick? Like, what is it? What is it that makes y'all beasts? and they said love.
Yep.
So a lot of people that have never been in a martial arts dojo and the class, they don't understand.
Yeah, MMA. A lot of people go to these MMA gyms and they don't realize that it's mixed martial arts. Martial arts comes from roots and traditions. You can't just all of a sudden start doing MMA and say, well, this is a takedown, this is a strike, and not differentiate them. These are arts. If you don't have that root, then how could you ever claim to be a great mixed martial artist? No, you're just a fighter. You just go in there, you train to take people down and punch them. But that's not what I do. I train my techniques in a, how can I word that? It's a feeling, like when things become second nature to you, it's just a feeling process. I move, I see, and I manipulate situations based off of my techniques. It's not a cadence to it. It's not 1, 2, 3. It's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you're boxing. Now you're limited. It's not spinning roundhouse, spinning back kick, straight punch. That's just karate. You want to understand the differences and be able to put them all together.
Right.
Like I don't want you just telling me throw a 1, 2, 3 and kick. There's a lot of key points that I'm not going to mention to everybody that are missing to that picture, which is going to make that hard. But you're like, but I saw the 1, 2, 3 and I did it and I just missed everything. But
the thing is, man, a lot of this stuff is not hidden knowledge. But we can repeat it as much as we want in front of whoever we want. But that doesn't mean they're ever going to get it.
That they might not. But
everyone knows it's supposed to flow like water. But are they?
No, they're 1, 2, 3. And
they're not flowing like water, and they're probably never going to. Like I watch pro fights all the time, and they've been fighting for, a decade. And they're not even on the level that we're on. And I'm just like, what are they doing in the dojo? What's going on there? But I'll tell you what, the love definitely isn't there, and you can tell because they go into the gym and they're super selfish and they only focus on themselves. They don't focus on their teammates. And one of the reasons why your growth is exponential is because you are constantly teaching in the dojo, even when you don't have to. You're not going to allow me to sit there and make the same mistakes. You won't.
If I do,
it'll hurt your nerves. You'll smile if I see you grinning about something.
Yeah.
I know it's either A, I did something right, or B, I did something wrong, and you're about to tell me what it was I did wrong.
That's the truth.
But
if I let you, as a teammate, keep doing something wrong, how can I ever better myself?
You won't.
I won't.
You might think, oh, okay, he keeps dropping his jabs, so now I can counter this way. And that might be all fine and dandy while you're sparring, but afterwards, if you don't tell me and I keep doing it, it's not going to make you a better fighter if you capitalize on my mistakes. What makes you a better fighter is if you can capitalize, not even making mistakes, really. True. You know what I'm saying? Like, iron sharpens iron. There we go again. Everyone knows that. But you allow your teammates to be at the copper level or aluminum foil, and you think you're going to be sharpened? No, you can't sharpen iron with aluminum foil. It's not going to work. So why are you training with these tinfoil hats? It's not going to do anything. You're just going to stay. You're going to stay dull.
Yeah.
You're not going to get sharp at all. You know?
And then people are afraid to hold each other accountable. I'm not going to get too deep into it, but perfection. Everybody's like, I don't want to be perfect. I just want to be great. The world is making us seem like trying to be perfect is a bad thing. Why is that? If you're trying to be perfect, then you're good. So if you're not trying to be perfect and you say, I'm not trying to be perfect, I'm just being great, then you're accepting the bad. Like, oh, bad is, it happens. Yeah, it happens, but you don't have to be the bad.
This is the thing. It's not about being perfect. It's about trying to be perfect. Mm-hmm. What happens when you're trying to be perfect? You're always improving.
Constantly.
If you want to be perfect and you strive for it every day, that means every single day you're getting better.
And better and better and better. And that's
but you can't dwell on the fact that you're not ever going to be perfect.
No.
Because that's another thing. It's like perception is key. It's always key.
People fall into this slump. They're like, oh, if I try to be perfect, then people will judge me. Man, they judge Jesus. You know, they
they crucified him. So what makes you think people are going to just bow down to you and treat you like you're above him?
Yeah.
Look, I said this to a female one time that I was dating. I said, because I was doubting her and she didn't like the fact that I would doubt her. I looked her in the eyes. I said, people doubt God.
Mm-hmm.
People can go to church their whole life and still have that thought in the back of their head, what if God's not real? If someone can doubt the creator of all existence, who do you think you are to not be doubted?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
So
Basically you think you're above God to think that you shouldn't be doubted by people.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
That's the world we will.
Haters gonna hate.
Yeah.
They hate us because they ain't us. It's gonna happen. That's why even though I'm trying to be my best me, I'm not about to get butthurt over people bad mouthing me or saying this. Like, if people was to post some nasty comments, you think I'm gonna delete it? No.
You remember the picture from my second fight ever? The dude pointing all in my face and stuff.
Yeah,
I was laughing.
You was just laughing, smiling away. Yeah.
You know what I came here for, bro? I came to demolish you.
Yeah.
You can talk all you want. You don't know how to do this. You got to step in that cage
and fight me. Yeah.
That's it. Point blank. Period. I work hard every day.
And like they say, hey, bring that same energy.
Bring that same energy.
Don't
bring it.
I want you pointing and I want you hyped up.
Yeah.
But when we get in that cage, don't be timid.
I'm telling you, because I'm
with it. Don't be timid.
I'm coming at you until the end, and that is a promise.
A promise.
A promise. I'm not stopping. I'm a stalker. I don't mean it, literally, but I'm a stalker, my friend. If you like MMA, I'm a stalker. Now, I'm not gonna say that I'm gonna brawl with you.
No.
Come on, man.
You would have before.
Oh yeah.
And that's another thing I've loved about seeing your progress. You've taken that tenacity and you really harnessed it.
That's what it takes.
You really harnessed it.
That's what it takes.
Because just because you're tenacious, just because you got heart, doesn't mean you know how to use it.
Hey, my first
just like this. Look, I got all this reach.
Mm-hmm.
I used to not even know how to use it.
Yeah.
I couldn't use it. I couldn't understand how the little people were getting in.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't understand how I was so long, but little people could touch me.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to use my reach.
No.
It's like I can give you a drill.
Mm-hmm.
I can give you the tools to build a house. I can give you all the equipment. Are you going to be able to build it? Well, you could. But, but does that mean someone can just build a house? No. You have to know how to build the house. First of all, you got to be in the right mindset. Okay, if you don't feel like building a house, are you going to build it? No.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, man, fighting is just but like all things, like all arts, it's beautiful to see an artist at their best.
Oh, yeah. And that's what I want to be at the end of the day. I was talking to my uncle, man. My uncle is basically a 5 or 6 time world champion.
Yeah, you saw his videos.
In karate. And he was telling me, he said, nephew, I see you want to be the best. And he said, in trying to be the best, a lot of people wind up great, and then there's some good fighters. He said, now, you want to keep the best in mind, but as soon as you feel like you're the best, there's going to be somebody with just as much tenacity. And I'm not going to say age is going to be the problem. I'm not going to say time or techniques will be the problem, but somebody younger or somebody that's just there and with the same amount of tenacity, the same energy will come in and they can overcome. Not that you want to or that they're better than you. It just happens in time. So trying to be the best is really all our mission is to be the best that I can be. And never let anybody else pull me from that, nor will I let my emotion or my logic stand in between. I'm going to put it all together. That is a real martial artist. I'm putting my mind, body, and spirit together using what I know to enforce my will in the cage. I'm not a violent, I guess you could call me violent, but I'm not a violent person. Naturally, I'm really a very loving person.
You're a survivor. You're a fighter.
But when I get in the cage, these people signed up for it just like I did. So they're saying that they feel the same way I feel about this. When I step in that cage now, this is my craft. This is my job. I will not lack at my job.
Right.
Period. So I don't know how you work out. I don't know how. I'm not talking to you because I know how you work out.
Right.
we
know how we work out.
We're going from the beginning to the end. So I don't know how you work out, but if your intent isn't to be the best, then you lost already.
You lost already.
You lost already. So if you take a fight and you step out of the cage, you tell me whether you wanted the best for yourself or not. If you back out of that fight, did you really think you were the best? Did you feel like I'm going to be the best? I've never backed out of a fight. Never. I make weight. I come on time. Let's get it.
Right.
You know, at the end of the
day. And if you ever did, it's going to be because of you, not because of the opponent.
Most definitely.
But the people that have been backing out at fights with you, it's because of you. I don't care what they say.
Yeah.
It's because, like, oh, we got messages. We got messages. Oh, you tried bidding against Gavilan Bland. This guy's got this much experience and this and that. You was going to fight regardless. Yeah. Now you don't want to fight because it's against him?
Hey, man, look. You got to think about this, right? So, my first time fighting Magno Green, man, I didn't let him touch me. Took him to the ground. Choked him out. You know, I was beating his face in. He rolled over, you know, just to give it to me. And then I fought September 9th of, what was that, 17? Yeah, I hurt my foot. I come down, he's like, hey, ask him to kickbox with me. And
you was coming, all right, I was taking a kickboxing match in Kansas City for Blue Corner. And the day before the fight, you took the fight.
He asked.
And your foot
was still swollen.
Dude, you couldn't, earlier that week when we were jogging, you couldn't even jog.
Yeah.
I'm like, dang.
Now you talk about heart. That was just me being a competitor saying that, okay, if he wants to fight, I'll fight him, most definitely. Yeah. And I had my own things in mind. Yeah, I might look at it like, oh, if your foot was hurt, why would you fight? Yeah, I was young in the game, you know?
Well, but also, just because your foot, look, a lot of times people don't understand that even though this is cage fighting, it is also self-defense and real fighting. What happens if you hurt your foot in class and then later on that night someone tries to mug you and your family? You're like, hold on, my foot's hurt. Let my foot heal first. No. We practice self-defense so at all times we're as ready as we can be to defend our lives. Yeah. That's what it's all about. So
I just give you a long story short. I fought that fight and I lost by decision, right?
Yeah.
My foot was already swollen when I got in the cage. If you watch the fight within first 30 seconds, I kicked the man in his elbow and I chipped the bone at the top of my foot. In the first round, we had a 3-round war. You watch me I fall so many times and you tell me how many times he really knocked me down in that fight. Never once.
This is the thing. Every time you hit the ground because of your leg, the crowd was yelling because they don't know what was going on. I was watching from the back of the building and on the little TV screen, and I was like, oh, his foot's hurting. Yeah. No one else knew, but I'm like, dang, his foot's hurting. And even the fighters that were watching on the TV screen in the back, they had seen you fight before. They was like, what's going on with Gavin? I was just like,
and think about it, man. Look. I took that fight anyway. Why? Because I'm a martial artist, man. At that point in time, I mean, it's no different than now. It's about chopping down trees. If you want to fight, we can fight. I'm trying to grow in my career and as a person. So, would you fight Brock Lesnar? Why not? You know, would you fight John Jones? I got a lot of respect for the man. But yes, I would, you know, because I'm a competitor. Period. If I want to be the best, why would I not want to face the best?
And as long as you have the right mindset, and you train right, you're always going to learn when you get in that cage.
Oh, yeah. Man.
Always.
Oh, yeah.
And see, like me, I fought 5 times when I couldn't even make a fist. I had a freaking fish hook for my index finger. I couldn't punch with it. Every time I punched, it hurt like crazy. But
I remember, bro.
I fought 5 times with my finger like that.
I wonder if people have seen the change in you. Me and Willie both were meatheads when we met each other. Yeah. It was all about slapping somebody hard.
Let's be honest, what man's not a meathead from the kid?
True,
but I mean, no, look, you know what? I wasn't a meathead. I'm not going to consider myself that because
you were. You remember when we used to spar and like I'd be jabbing you? You know me, I like to jab. Back then I was mimicking Floyd. I was just jabbing to keep the distance, and every now and then you time it out. Bow, and you would crack me because you knew, like, oh, that would be a finish. You know what I'm saying? We were meatheads, bro.
But there's levels to being a meathead also.
Uh-huh.
You got meatheads that get in there and they really try to knock each other out with their sparring. Then you got meatheads that they do hit each other a little too hard, but they still are careful to a certain extent. And I always was sparring.
Yeah.
But the people we were sparring with,
oh yeah,
they were not careful. They were trying to take our heads off.
True.
You know what I'm saying? I dislocated one dude's jaw with the roundhouse. Why? Because he was a heavyweight and he was trying, and I feel like if he lands, he was cracking me. So what am I supposed to do? Just give him these when he's throwing, you know what I'm saying? No.
But that's the difference between going to a fighter's MMA gym and going to a real martial arts
class.
school.
Yeah, martial arts school.
We go to school. We are taught. We learn. We spend time meditating. We spend time talking, and just the camaraderie between each other. We spend time drilling. There's so many things that people take advantage of. They just don't really care about. I'm like, how can you, as a fighter, not care about how your techniques look? How can you not care about striking 30 times and only landing 5? How can you not care? I'm not wasting my time.
How can you go into the gym and to the dojo and beat up on people and let them beat up on you and act like you care about them?
Yeah, no.
Are you retarded? Do you not understand brain damage?
Hey,
do you not understand CTE?
What do I say? Look, we do a lot of controlled sparring. What do I say when we're done? What do I say every time
we're done? Let me beat up on you.
Hey, man, I appreciate it, man. Thank y'all, bro. They say the same to me, man. I appreciate it, bro. Like, it is what it is, man. Like,
a lot of times you thank me for letting me, like when we do drills, you thank me for being the dummy. And I'm just like, you don't have to thank me. That's why we're here.
Man, but I'm appreciative of it, man. Like we could try to hit each other and hurt each other all day, man. But how long will our career last, man? People don't like Floyd Mayweather, but y'all better start to looking at his philosophies, man, and see how he could last that long. Oh, Floyd was a boring fighter. Are you looking for a fight or are you looking for a brawl? You're looking for a brawl. You should have just went to the club on the weekend.
You should have went to the club.
Yeah.
Because guess what? I promise you this. That club fight is way more entertaining than a lot of real martial arts competition.
Unless that's to the outsider.
That's to the person that doesn't understand what's going on.
To the martial artist. That's beauty.
When a dumb person sees someone slip the jab and they're just like, but it's smart. And then when they see someone get hit with the jab, they're like, oh yeah. They don't understand. It's just as beautiful when someone slips the jab as it is when someone lands the jab.
Oh yeah, just like a kick. Like, oh man, he whacked him in the leg. Ooh, he checked that one. Or they won't even make a noise when a check gets kicked. I'm like, man, you do know that hurts too.
Dude, yes.
That hurts too.
Exactly. That's a perfect example.
But like I know that mixed martial arts is changing. People are developing and they're getting more and more arts. So the crowd's gonna change. Over time it's definitely gonna change. People are gonna start to realize different things that they didn't realize before, And if you come at anybody in my gym, I gotta take this from the Wangs. I think it was John said it. If you come at me with a basic technique, you will pay. He said with your consciences, you will pay, period. If you come at me basic, you better know something. You better do your homework.
Yeah.
And you better come ready to fight. It's not just about what you know. It's that tenacity, that heart, that matters too. At the end of the day, Duho Choi. What was that his name? Duho Choi? The Korean Superboy. Remember? Beautiful techniques, beautiful hands, beautiful kicks. Jeremy Stevens dropped him. Why? Because you can. We went to Buffalo, or did you not go?
Man, my memory is horrible.
Yeah, but Duho Choi, good hands, you know what I'm saying? But he wanted to drop him. So in the second round, he starts forgetting about the arts and he starts to step in like, if I can hit him at will, I'm going to just step in. Now you're stepping in against a guy who's a brawler. A guy who's ready to throw an overhand and he has some power. If you're not a whole full package, man, you might want to second guess what you're doing. But that's also why, like Jeremy Stevens just lost to Zabit. He doesn't know enough, man. He's sitting here banking off a lucky overhand and hoping you can.
Dude, the overhand is the dumbest punch you can throw.
Look how much
I don't care what anyone thinks. That's like the dumbest punch you can throw unless you really know how to set it up. But even still,
you put yourself in jeopardy.
Most people don't know how to throw it right, and you see it coming from a mile away.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, the game's changing. You better come with your bets if you're trying to face anybody on my team, and that's all I got to say.
Right.
About that. Come this weekend. If you can and you can come to Paducah, come watch us fight. We are the Midwest right now. I don't care what anybody has to say. If you feel otherwise, prove it.
And it's not just about what we've done or what we're doing right now. It's all about what's to come.
Oh yeah.
Like this weekend, but even looking further down the line,
we love what we do. We come with passion. We come with true martial arts traditions. The Mex, man, great, man. I appreciate the route that I was given. I thank my sensei. I thank all my teammates. I thank all my fans. I thank everybody.
The roots are deep, man, and I don't even know. It's like, and you gotta think when you look at the leaf at the top of a tree, that leaf, it's connected all the way to the very bottom of the root deep into the ground, even though it's never had the chance to really see. It don't see it. If that leaf had eyes, it couldn't even see the roots because they're so deep. Mm-hmm. And that's where we're at.
Oh yeah, man. And once again, man, I'm just appreciative of just God and the way He's led my life and taught me, and held me back from things from how I used to be. Because I was a meathead when I was younger. I just used to love fighting, so I would fight anybody, and I didn't really care. But at my age now, to think, what if I would have ran into somebody who was like I am now back then?
You get smoked.
Oh yeah, man.
They would have rolled you up and smoked you like a joint.
So I definitely can't knock. I can't knock the system we come from.
Right.
I never will. I owe a lot to it. I honor my sensei and his senseis and every martial artist before me. I appreciate it all. All the glory and honor be to God, man. Because without Him, we wouldn't be here at all. So I'm just appreciative. Period, man. Period. And I hope everybody comes out, man. I really appreciate all the love and support I've been getting over the years. Everybody knows we're dedicated. We spend 5, 6, sometimes 7 days in the gym just perfecting what we do, never lacking. Even if I'm not in the gym, I'm constantly thinking, I love what I do. This is my craft, no different than a construction worker or anything like that. They get bids and they sign contracts to go sit on a job site. We sign contracts to step in this cage. I'm not a violent person outside of that. If you see any of us, come talk to us, man. We're not bad people. We're not mean people. We do have a high level of self-confidence that flows through our team, but we don't mean anybody any harm.
See, you and I, a lot of people aren't as extroverted. A lot of people are introverted, but you and I, we love, there's been times where even I'm a chatty guy, man. But there's been times where I've seen you talk to complete strangers, and I'm like, you know this person?
Yeah.
Because it's like as soon as we talk to people, there's a connection. Why? Because we love people. Yeah. We love talking to people. We love our fans. We love our family. We love our friends, and that's why we're on here. We're not doing this just to get people to come watch us fight. We're doing this because we share a love for artists, for people, for fathers, for brothers, for sisters. That's how we are, man. And one day we're gonna do great things with what we can bring to the table. Which and we all know what's got to be brought to the table, which is money. Mm-hmm. You and I, we're gonna be doing great things once we get to where we want to get in life, and we already are. I know you help out people all the time. I help out people all the time, and that's what this is all about. It's not about
we do that now, and we don't even have anything.
Yeah.
It's not about, we don't fight for the money. We understand that eventually that will come.
That's
not what I'm here for, But I love people, and any way I can help to benefit this world, let His will be done.
You seen that video of I just seen it on Facebook the other day. It's the crocodile hunter, rest in peace. He was like, "Oh, money." Oh, he said, I love money. Why? Because I'm going to take a lot of that money. I'm going to buy a lot of land, and I'm going to make it a great. Like he doesn't. The crocodile hunter don't care about money.
Man.
He cares about animals and the planet. So, but he knows that money is a tool, so he can take it and do great things with it.
Oh yeah, man.
That's why I love Yona Israel. You see this, man? We love you because a lot of people have actually talked bad about Yona around me, and I don't like it. They've said, okay, not a lot of people. A few people have said bad things about Yona. But I'm just like, dude, this guy loves martial arts, and he puts on these shows. Yeah, he might make a little bit of money, but guess what? First of all, he's spending a lot of money, and he does this because he loves giving us a platform. And every time we talk to Yona, he tells us about connections he has and how he wants to get us from this point to this point. Why? So we can further our lives and better everything around us.
Oh yeah, he will in the long run. If you build bridges and don't burn them, my resources will become his resources. His show will grow. I will grow from his show, and his show will eventually grow from me. Why? Because his show gives a lot of young fighters, just like Cage and Honor, they give young, inexperienced fighters an opportunity to step in the cage with people of their caliber. And Yona's not the type of person that's gonna put you in there against somebody that is so far beyond you. He's matching records. He's doing his research.
Right.
He's trying to do the best he can. Like my opponent, he's 2-0 in kickboxing. I can't knock that. I'm not gonna downplay him by any means. I'm not gonna what do they say? Underestimate this man.
Right.
Though I might have had more fights, I still have to respect that. I'm only 3-1 in kickboxing. There's no takedowns now. There's no throws. There's no sweeps. Things like that. This is sheer striking ability. So, being able to find different promotions that'll let you kickbox, that'll let you do MMA, that'll let you grapple. Some of them just want one thing. Just want one thing and that's it.
Yeah.
I've been to some shows like that.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we don't do kickboxing matches. Yona pays more money just so we can kickbox on his card. He's paid more money, and that's the way the world works. You would think, this fighting promotion, they can have boxing, they can have MMA, if they want to have boxing and MMA and kickboxing
and grappling,
guess what? They gotta pay for these different things. It's crazy. They have to pay for a certain number of fights. Everything that's sanctioned, it costs money. So
stop knocking the promoters. There's a lot of promoters that are just out there for the money. Oh yeah, it is what it is. This is the world. But when you find those good ones that are trying to help you build yourself, Ben Nogueiras,
I like
Yona Israel. Where else have I been? Robert Hewlett, man. They throw some good shows and they're trying to help these young fighters get experience and grow. When you find those good promoters, stick with them, man. Stick with them, because right now you might not see any benefit as an amateur. But when you go pro and you build a name for yourself, that's going to benefit more than just you.
Right.
And you're really blessed when you start helping other people. You really are. So I appreciate all of them, man. I appreciate all of them.
March 16th, Paducah Expo Center. I believe the doors open up at 6, fight start at 7. Guys, come out and watch, man. And also this is a very kid-friendly promotion. Most kids, around 5 years old and younger, Yona's not gonna make you pay for your little bitty toddlers that come in there. So even look, there be babies in there sometimes crying. Like we be hearing babies as they're walking in the cage.
Oh, yeah.
That's okay. Guess what? We got babies too. We had babies before.
Oh, yeah.
No one likes to hear crying babies. Nobody. But guess what? We've all had them. We love the babies. So you got babies, bring them out too. You know what I'm saying? I remember my very first fight. Willie was not even a year old yet. My son. And we brought him. So come on out. This is a family event. This is no different from the football games and the basketball games. Bring your family out and enjoy yourself. Have a good time and watch us get to where we're wanting to be in life, which is eventually that big time promotion.
Oh yeah. Yeah, thank everybody, man. ISD, we're showing out. We're showing out. Most definitely. All three of us. Gavilan Bland, Caleb Woodside, and Tommy Woods. Don't forget Willie. You know, he's going to be cornering us. I appreciate you, my brother. You know, he wanted to get on this card, but he won't be. But I do appreciate you. Thank you all. Come out and see us.
Peace.
Peace.